Yo. Can y'all believe what we seen in these 10 episodes? Lovecraft Country. Y'all need Emmys. All of it. This season right here was phenomenal. Dog, this was crazy. Let me try to get into this episode, man, so I won't be here for hours and stuff. I want to try to break this down. This is Lovecraft Country, season finale. This is episode 10, called Full Circle. And Full Circle, why is it that everything that we've seen in this season so far, it goes back, it's full circle, man. Everything all connects back together. And the writing on here was incredible. It starts off, they doing the spell to try to save D. Letty passes out. Tick passes out. Both of them are done for. And you like, what happened? What happened? And his ancestor tells him the answer is in his blood. So what happens, he goes back to the old mansion. The old mansion where, from the second episode and stuff. And Letty ends up back in Tulsa. And she's with the old lady. And she's breaking it down to Letty about the Book of Names. And she's teaching her about this and the history of it. And meanwhile, Tick meets up with his ancestor, the one that got him out of the burning house, that they were chasing behind, and that stole the Book of Names. And basically, I think like she was raped by the slave master or whatever. And so he was the master of this magic and everything. But it kind of, it tainted her blood, but their blood went into their blood, and they reproduced and whatever. And so they have that blood lineage for the magic or whatever in their genes. So it is something that they have now, and trying to use it for good. And it is crazy. And this place, like she breaks it down, she thought that she was in hell. She would always go back to this burning place or whatever. She ended up taking her life. But it really wasn't hell. It was like a manifestation of her anger and her burning anger and stuff. And she learned how to use it for positivity, like to save her family and stuff. Like that's how she appears to them. But the thing about it is, it's like this is a like ancestral plane that they are in. This place that they have passed out and went to. It's kind of like on Black Panther with T'Challa. With T'Challa, when he take the herb stuff and he goes and he meets his father and them. This is kind of the place that they went to. It's not the same, but it's on that level, like just as far as like for you understanding where they went. Then Tick also sees his mother. And his mother tells him about the book and everything. But she breaks it down beautifully. Like he's sad. He's like, Mama, I don't want to die. I really don't want to die. And she like, if you don't have nothing worth sacrificing for, that's not a life worth living. You gotta have something worth sacrificing for. And it's noble. In Tick, you always used to read these books and stuff. You always been a hero, and now you really are gonna be a hero. You're gonna save everybody. It is your destiny, and it puts that battery in his back. It kind of calms him, and makes it be like, damn, it's something I don't want to do. It's like everybody has fight or flight instincts and stuff. Nobody wants to die and stuff, but it's like he kind of accepts it a little bit more. Like, damn, I have to do what I have to do to save my family, and this might be the sacrifice that I have to make. And it's sad, but it's like, damn. They have to go back in places earlier on in the season to cast a spell. They conjure up Christina's ancestor. So Tick and Letty, they end up going down to the basement and stuff. You remember on episode, 3 or 4 when they were like in the museum and stuff. So they go back there, they're doing this spell and using his blood and whatnot. And some old man comes. And the old man comes over and they fighting with him, and he kind of like tearing them up for a second. But he disappears out of this place. And he ends up like teleporting in front of Christina and them, and they drive and they end up wrecking. And she sees him and she's like, oh, that's my great-great-grandfather or whatever. Like, what's up with that? But then Tick and them call him back and they kill him. They kill him and take off some of his flesh and stuff, and then he disappears. Like, they are on their own mission and using their powers that they're finding out for the betterment of the group. They're going to see how this is going to work. Dee resents Hippolyta for leaving her and stuff, man. Like, she's like, Hippolyta is telling her about all the places she went and stuff. I really don't care, because at the end of the day, you left me. And it's something hard for Hippolyta. It's really hard for Dee, but it's just like something that they're going through at the moment. Christina comes in there just cavalier, like the next day and stuff. They all chilling. The family is all together. And she comes there like, yeah, Tick, I have to kill you. I have to kill you because I have to do this spell. But if you give me the book of names, I promise I'll leave you alone. Like, okay, you think that's going to work? Like, nah, it's not going to go down like that. And she ends up leaving. She takes Letty's invulnerability. She's like, okay, you're not going to give me the book? Just give me that invulnerability. So, it seems like Letty is not invulnerable anymore, man. G.I. returns. She returns, and Tick is finally like honest with her. And he like, I denied our love for each other and stuff because it would make it be like that was real and stuff. I've been in denial this whole time. Like, I did love you. What we had was real, and we family. Like, we are connected. You showed me something. Like, they both showed each other something. Like, he showed her that she can actually love. She's not just a monster. And what she showed him is like, we might be monsters or whatever, but we can be something else. Because Tick was a monster as well whenever he was overseas. And she showed him that he could be something else, man. Like, she showed him the better side of himself or whatever. She kind of saved him from the path he was going on. So it's good that they kind of get back together. Not get back together, but have this little moment of clarity in of settling their stuff. Letty tries to get Ruby's help, but she not having it, man. Like Ruby is just on that bullshit. Like Ruby is like bind to Christina, like in some way. It just seems like that. Hippolyta in D is still going through their stuff, and she promises that she's gonna fix her arm, and she's gonna show her how to draw and do this, because she lived many lives when she went to this portal and whatever, and she has a lot to show D. Like, she goes in a room and you hear things whirling, zoop, zoop, zoop. She's like, wow. So you think that she's showing her the portal or whatever in the machines, but I don't think that's is necessarily what it was she was showing her, because we see at the end of the episode, Ruby and Christina, they share a moment finally. Like, Ruby is talking to Christina in, like, they're breaking down things and she's talking about the magic and whatever. And Ruby actually kisses Christina, not her as William. So it's kind of like they have a bigger bond. It seems like it transcends gender in all that. It doesn't matter if it's William or if white or black or whatever. Like, Ruby and Christina seems to just have something with each other, man. So Letty gets baptized. She like, I don't have my vulnerability anymore, but I'm going to have my faith. And so she breaks it down to Tick, like, I have faith in you. I see God in you. I see God in my son. Like, this is good, all that we need to get by and stuff. And like, I have faith in you. And it's a beautiful moment. Tick sees his family. I think he realizes at this moment, like, you see everything in slow motion and stuff. I think at this moment he realizes, like, this is what I'm sacrificing myself for. Like, at the end of the day, like, this is worth it. The people that I love. And Ruby comes out of nowhere. She brings Letty the potion. Like, in the potion has, like, some of, everybody's blood and stuff, some Christina's blood, and they need that for the spell. Yeah. So Cameron died, but back to what I was saying. Ruby went bring Letty the potion, so they're gonna need that for their spell or whatever. So they get to going on their road trip. They're on a road trip. They're having a good time, man. Jiha, she is with them. They are singing together and stuff. Like, that's a beautiful moment. Like, I don't know why. It's not physical or whatever, but she's a beautiful lady. But I love Jiha, man. Like, ever since her episode, man, I love that episode so much, and I just love that character. Sorry. So they get there. Tick eats the flesh of the man that he had took earlier, and he drinks some of the potion that Ruby had gave him. Well, he drinks it all. So they're on the way back to the old mansion. They're going to the mansion. All these white folks grab Tick. They grab and snatch Tick up. And while they doing that, everybody else is doing their own thing. They're putting these symbols around the area and whatever. And Tick, and he's about to get sacrificed. He's about to get sacrificed, man. We finally see Hippolyta in action. She starts fighting and whatnot. But before that happens, we see Letty and Ruby, and they're together preparing things for this situation. And it's crazy because we find out that was never Ruby. Like, I think Ruby's dead. Ruby tried to steal the potion for her sister, and Christina caught her. So Christina killed Ruby. I think she's dead. It seems like she's dead. And used her body and her blood and whatever and made her own potion and took Ruby's form. So Letty and Ruby is fighting, but she's really Christina. And so they're having an epic battle. Everybody is fighting. Hippolyta and Jiha, Montrose, everybody fighting outside. Letty looks like she gets the better of her. She almost knocks Ruby down into a hole, but she gets herself out of it. They continue scrapping. She throws her out of this lighthouse, this tower, whatever it is. Kills Letty. Wow. Everybody else, they get overtaken. They get overtaken, man. They get, it's too many white people. Too many white people, man. We get back to Tick. And so Tick is getting ready he's on this thing, on this gurney, getting sacrificed. He sees everybody come back and he's like, "Where's Letty? Where's Letty?" And he knows something is up. So Letty is dead pretty much. And what's crazy is because D was on the trip as well. They left D in the car, and this is the first place. Y'all remember this place on the first episode, and with these monsters. And so these monsters came out. They left D in the car, and these monsters came after D. But this time around, they had their monster. So the black monster that Tick had when they cast their spell tears them monsters' asses up. Like, he is too cold. He's too cold. But back to what I was saying. So, man, Letty looks like she dead. The ritual is taking place. So his soul is starting to come out. She cuts his wrist. Blood is pouring out. She's bathing in his blood. Letty is not dead. Her invulnerability was still, or they redid the spell or something. They had the mark. She's still alive. She runs back. She runs into place. You know she always running. She used to run track back in the days. So she gets to Tick, and they connect eyes, and he looks at it and he's like, this is worthwhile what I'm doing, because this is to protect my family, and my family is still alive. So this what I'm doing right here. I'm not mad at it. I'm at peace. And so he looks like he dies. He's gone. And Letty is like, she's hurt. She hurt, but now she goes, she stabs Christina. She tries to kill her. The spell is gone. She is invulnerable right now. She is immortal. And she's saying her spells and stuff. She's trying to take the invulnerability, the immortality away from her, but she cannot. The spell is bound. But the way that they can do it is if Christina and Tick is bound together. And Jiha is there. In Jiha, she had went to the shaman or whatever, and they told her, you haven't even become one with the darkness yet. So what happens is they got like a black cloud coming out of Tick going towards the moon. She goes on the staircase and she goes in the darkness. In the darkness, it brings her tails out. So her tails grabs Tick and it grabs Christina. And so that binds them together. And so doing the spell, that was how they were able to take the immortality away from her. And it ends up basically, it tears her ass up. But it doesn't bring Tick back, man. Like, through it all, everything that they've been through, like, he sacrificed himself and for the betterment of them, but he doesn't survive. And it hurt. I was balling like a little bitch, like a B.I.H. Montrose went up to Tick's body, and he was the one out of everybody that was like, get up, Tick, get up, Tick. Even Letty and them was kind of chill. But he's, get up, Tick, and pushing him and stuff, and they like, yeah, he's dead. And he wanted to give you this. And that's crazy too. Out of everybody, whenever he died, out of everybody he gave something to, you would think he'd give something to Letty or a note to his son or something. He gives it to Montrose. And for Montrose to have another chance at being a father. And that was a beautiful moment. Hey, when I say I be balling and shit, like, I was. Y'all see me right now. Like, right now I'm getting emotional. But, this was phenomenal, dog. And it was beautiful. It was beautifully told. And when they walking with his body, they bringing his body back. And like some things I wanted for the season, I wanted Uncle George to come back some kind of way. Like Tick, I didn't think he was gonna die. When he drank that potion or something, I was thinking that maybe Montrose was. I was thinking that maybe Tick was really Montrose. Like maybe they would switch bodies some kind of way or something. I don't know. But it didn't work out like that. Then it flashes back. You see Christina is underneath some stuff. Oh, what Letty told her. That was cold. And if I was a white person watching this series, like, man, I love Lovecraft Country. This is so awesome. I would feel so played. Like, cause she like, what did you? She tried to do a spell. It's not. You bound me away from magic. All white people. It's for us. Only black people can use magic now. White people can't use magic anymore. Like, wow. Like, if I was a white person, I'd be like, bruh, what did I do to you? What did I do to you, man? I want to use magic too, guys. Fuck. Black girl magic, man. Fuck, I want some magic too. God. But white people ain't got no more magic. Black people got the magic. We got the juice. Like, that's crazy. But then we fast forward. The end of the episode, D goes up to Christina. And Christina, help me, D. Help me, D. Like, why am I help you? And she just looking at her. The black monster comes up on the side. And y'all don't even know yet. She got that misty night. She got that misty night on. If you go to Luke Cage and stuff. Luke Cage, she got that arm. And choked the living life out of Christina. And kills her. That is how this ends. That was crazy. But man, is this a one-off? Will this come back? If it comes back, Tick gotta come back. They can't leave Tick dead if the show comes back. Well, man, this was incredible. Wow. And all the new subscribers I got, all the views I got from doing these videos, man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm glad y'all came on this journey with me and glad y'all enjoyed this show. We all enjoyed this. I hope it gets Emmys and whatever. Like, I had so much fun doing these videos, man. I can't wait till hopefully this comes back. Like, stay tuned to the channel, man. Like, I'm still doing, like, Walking Dead and stuff, man. You're going to see my shoes and stuff. All kind of stuff. So, I'll still be doing videos if y'all want to stay tuned to the channel. But like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and the most hated, man. Holla at your boy. Peace out.